What's up, guys? I'm Don Smith, and this is What's Cooking Neighbor. And as always, I'm about to take your taste buds on a culinary journey. Now, a lot of people ask me all the time, why do you cook everything with meat? Because I thought that's the only way you cook. But apparently there's this thing out there called vegetarians who don't eat meat. I don't know why. But I have a show for you today. I have something that is going to make you not even miss the meat. And this is a vegetarian pasta dish, and one of the key ingredients are these babies right here, these beautiful portobello mushrooms. They're meaty, they're earthy, and they're gonna take the place of that meat perfectly. So let's get into other ingredients. We have some tomato sauce here. We have some fire roasted diced tomatoes, onion, garlic. We have a zucchini and a yellow squash. It's gonna add another texture to this dish. And we have, going over, rigatoni. We have our pasta water right here ready to boil. It's already been salted, so it will be waiting for us and we won't have to wait for it. And extra virgin olive oil, and we're gonna put a little shredded parm over top of it. It's gonna be delicious, so let's get into it. Let's start chopping, and let's start with our star of the show, these beautiful portobello mushrooms. You can usually find these anywhere in your local store. Look at these babies. They're big, meaty, earthy. It's gonna add a lot of flavor and texture. And when you eat into these, it's gonna be like eating into a big, juicy steak. You can put these on the grill and grill these. And it's like a grilled steak. Just give them a rough chop. Nothing special, nothing fancy. Get a little bowl over here. Come on, guys. Let's go hang out. And let's hang out over there. Of course, it's whatever texture you want. If you want them smaller, do it smaller. You want them like this, it's yours. Do what you want to with it. Just get your fingers out of the way. Have all the guys just hang out there. And we're gonna have a nice little cream sauce to go with this, with a little heavy cream and those crushed tomato sauce and fire roasted tomato. Then we're zucchini. Again, totally up to you how you want to do it. The smaller, the larger, it doesn't matter, however you want it. Bring this bowl over here, have these guys hang out right here. And I can hear my water for our pasta calling me right now in the back. I salted that with a little Himalayan pink salt. Any salt will do. And now our yellow squash, same thing. It's a little thick, so I'm gonna go in and cut that in half as well. Keeping your fingers out of the way. And have them just hang out with the guys over here. And those guys just hanging out right there. Come over here with the rest of the crew. Then we're gonna work with our onion really quick. We probably just need a half an onion on this one. And we're gonna dice this. And if you see any bad spots like that, kinda, just take it off. Basically what we're doing is getting all our mise en place done right now. Big fancy word of mise en place just simply means getting all your things together, prepping. Make sure everything is waiting for you where you don't have to wait for it before we start cooking. And give that a little rough chop. Beautiful little diced onion. And that's going to be ready to go. And our garlic is already ready to go. And basically, guys, our mise en place is done. And now our water's boiling, ready to go. What we're going to do right now is get our rigatoni in. Give that a nice little stir. Make sure it don't stick. And we're gonna hit that with a little olive oil. Now I chose rigatoni because rigatoni is gonna soak up all that sauce. It's gonna get in those little ridges. It's gonna get in the little holes, and it's gonna be delicious. Now we're going to bring everything closer to our squash, our zucchini, our beautiful portobello mushrooms, and fire roasted diced tomatoes. You can also go get regular tomatoes if you want to and dice them up yourself. And this is a quick and easier way to do that, and it's just as good, and it's going to add just as much flavor, if not a little bit more. Garlic. Just get everything open. All right, guys, I'm just going to continue to get all this stuff open. We're about to toss everything into the pool, and we're about to have a vegetarian party, if there's such a thing. People do it. We'll be right back.
When I was your age, I was just like you, fascinated by stars. But now I get to search for life in the universe. And who knows, maybe life is looking for us too.
So we're like aliens to them?
Yeah. Does anyone want to be a scientist now?
I do.
Awesome. We need more girls in STEM.
Maybe we can find aliens.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Just because we're being healthy at home and practicing good social distancing doesn't mean we have to lock ourselves away and throw away the key. You can still get up and stay active not only for our physical health, but for our mental health as well. Maybe it's time to pick up running again. Or you can take the dogs for a walk. And with all the barbershops and salons being closed, right now seems to be a good time to learn to cut your own hair. But no matter what you do, make sure you have fun. And for more information on what Campbell's University is doing in our battle against COVID-19, visit campbellsville.edu.
Wash your hands, stay home, cover your cough. It's our new reality with COVID-19, and that means calling ahead instead of going directly to a doctor or hospital if you're sick. It means being more patient. We're all in this together, and we all have a role in preventing the spread. So, prepare, focus on the essentials, protect, keep some space from people outside your home, and disinfect a lot. Get the facts at kycovid19.ky.gov. Prepare, protect, disinfect.
What's up, guys? I'm Don Smith, and this is What's Cooking Neighbor. And if you are just joining us, we are cooking a vegetarian pasta dish with portobello mushrooms, meaty, earthy, flavorful, delicious. We have some zucchini, we have yellow squash, we have some garlic and onions, tomato sauce, and fire roasted diced tomatoes. And it's all about to go into the pool. Right now, I'm getting this can of tomato sauce open. And then when I get that ready to go, we're about to dump everybody into the pool, and we're about to have a little pool party, vegetarian style. Here we go with these fire roasted diced tomatoes. All right, guys, here we go. Our stove is hot, pan's on. Extra virgin olive oil, a couple of teaspoons. Now we're just gonna dump in our onion and let that get sauteed. And we're gonna add some salt to this because we want this to just get translucent. We don't want any browning or any real cooking to it. We just want this to release its flavor. And once you can already smell that beautiful onion with the olive oil. And once our onions get nice and translucent, check on our rigatoni. Now we're going to go in with our zucchini and our yellow squash. Break it all up with our spoon. We're going to hit that. A little salt, a little pepper. Always season as you go. We want layers of flavor. We don't want just one layer of flavor on top of a bunch of different ingredients. Make sure all those, break them all up as best you can. And at this point now, we can go in with our garlic. And of course, you can chop your own garlic. I'm cheating a little bit today. We have some already minced up garlic here. Just a little cheat sheet with that one. But you can use fresh garlic if you like. And it just adds another flavor. You can smell it once that garlic and onion gets together. And then we're just going to cook this down, because when we put our portobello mushrooms in here, it's going to suck up all that oil and all that flavor. Mushrooms are like sponges. Once you put them in any kind of liquid, whatever, they just soaks it up. So we want to make sure that our yellow squash, our zucchini, and our onions and our garlic are all good friends before we toss that in there. All right, now we're going to go in with our mushrooms. Hit that with some of that pepper medley. And just a little bit of salt, not a lot. And now, let all these guys start to know each other. Let them hang out. Let them become good friends. Just give them a quick saute. And as you can see, all that extra virgin olive oil that was in this pan at one time, you can see a lot of it has already been soaked up by these mushrooms, and that is all flavor going inside the mushroom. This is a healthy oil, not a fatty oil, so still healthy for you, still good. And just continue to give these guys a rubble double. Now they're all starting to get nice and sauteed. They're becoming good friends in there right now. Everybody's getting to know everybody. And we're just gonna let that go for a couple of seconds. Turn our attention back over to our rigatoni. And they're just about done, not quite. Then what we're gonna add to this right now is fire roasted diced tomatoes. And let that get in there and hang out with these guys. And give that a good stir. And just look at all the different colors in this, guys. We got the red, the green, the yellow, the brown of the mushrooms. And you can see those tomatoes have been fire roasted. You can see the little char on those. That's nothing but flavor right there. It's gonna add to this dish. Just continue to saute these guys up. It almost looks sort of like a ratatouille with the little rat and the chef, the ratatouille, you know what I'm talking about, that Disney cartoon. So all this is coming together right now. Our pasta is just about there. And then we're gonna add our tomato sauce and our heavy cream, and all this is gonna come together perfectly. All right, guys, we're gonna take a quick break. When we get back, we're gonna put all this together and we're gonna have a vegetarian pasta dish for the ages. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
The American Red Cross urgently needs blood and platelet donations and asks all healthy donors to schedule an appointment to give now. With the coronavirus outbreak, it is important to maintain a sufficient blood supply. Your blood donation is critical and can help save lives. Please, schedule an appointment today. Download the Blood Donor app, visit redcrossblood.org, or call 1-800-RED-CROSS today. You can make a difference.
Hey, Mommy.
All right, don't forget to buckle up.
As parents, we make daily decisions to keep our children safe. But it's easy to forget that sexual abuse could happen to any child, at any place, by anyone. It's our responsibility to prevent child sexual abuse. To learn more, visit www.pcaky.org. Or to make a report of child abuse, call 1-877-KY-SAFE-1.
Leaving hot coals improperly extinguished can cause a wildfire.
Hey guys, it's Smokey!
It looks as if Smokey is going to use the drown, stir, drown, and feel technique. After the first drown, a good stir. Next, another drink. And finally, a close feel.
Is it cool? Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Smokey, catch! Oh, my bad, Smokey.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
What's up, guys? I'm Don Smith. This is What's Cooking Neighbor, and I am cooking a vegetarian dish I know, I bet you never thought you'd hear me say that, vegetarian, but here I am. And we have beautiful portobello mushrooms in this, some zucchini, some yellow squash, some onions and garlic. Then we're gonna go in with some tomato sauce. And we have layers upon layers of flavor right here. We have our pasta going right there. It's just about done. And we're gonna add just a little bit more salt and pepper to this, give that tomato sauce some seasoning as well. And we're gonna cut it down to about a medium heat. And now, all this is coming together real nicely. We're gonna hit this with some heavy cream. About a cup of heavy cream. And it's gonna take that beautiful red, deep red tomato sauce and to make it this beautiful rosy color. And add just a little more depth of flavor to this dish. Give that a nice little stir, incorporate all that heavy cream with the tomato sauce. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now, I hear you knocking, but you can't come in. The rigatoni pasta is done. Then we're just gonna take this back and drain it. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We're gonna add just a little bit of olive oil to this so that it doesn't stick while it waits for us to complete our dish. Get everything out of the way. Let me just give this a quick toss and stir. Now back over here to you guys and look at this beautiful pool right now. We have mushrooms, zucchini, yellow squash, onions, garlic, and you can add anything you want to this. It's totally up to you. The portobello mushroom, add that missing ingredients. You don't have the meat anymore, but you add that beefy portobello mushroom in it. You can use baby portobellos if you want to, even button mushrooms if you want to. Just cut them up in quarters. Still the same texture, and it's going to soak up all that flavor, so you're really not going to miss that meat at all in this dish. And everything is coming together quite nicely. Taste for flavor. That's nice. We're gonna add just a little bit more salt to that. Bring everything together. Hit it with just a little bit of that EVOO, extra virgin olive oil. Give it a nice little stir, incorporate that last bit of seasoning. You know, guys, there's nothing else to do but to taste it. And why not We already got a bowl right here that we had our mushrooms in. Just add some of the pasta. It's got to be an easier way to do that one. How about you? Step on up. We're going to put a little pasta into this. Come over with our sauce. Get some of that mushrooms, the zucchini. Hit that over there, and over top of that, we're going to hit that with some more of that peppermint. If you like it spicy, you can add some red chili flakes to this, a little of that pepper to this. And over top of that, we're going to hit that with our shredded parm. Make it snow. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now, nothing else to do, but let's go in for a little taste test. Make sure we get some of that mushroom and the zucchini. The zucchini and the squash add a lot of that vegetable taste that you'll be wanting. But for me, that right there, the mushroom, like I said, the meatiness of that portobello mushroom takes the place of a steak or any kind of meat that you would toss into this. And it adds that earthiness that you want. Guys, you got to try this at home. I'm not a vegetarian, but if I was, I would endorse this one. This is very good, guys. Please try it at home. Any kind of vegetables you like, it doesn't matter. It's yours. Play with it. Make it your own. If you want something nice and easy and healthy and quick for your family, this is a wonderful dish to go with. I'm going to go in for another bite, guys. This is What's Cooking Neighbor. I'm your host, Don Smith, and as always, I hope I took your taste buds on a culinary journey. This time we went where I didn't even think I would go, down a vegetarian rabbit hole. And this is what we found, that sometimes no meat is good. See you next time, guys.